Maybe I'm in a good mood, guys, but honestly, I could not think of anything bad, or complain about. Everybody's the Gringo Scott here today, bringing you another daily dose of movie reviews with life lessons. Today we are looking at the 2016 movie Suicide Squad. Be sure to subscribe for interesting movie-themed activity with life lessons. Now, let's get started. Let's check out the Suicide Squad 2016 movie. General summary from the internet. Figuring they're all expendable, a U.S. intelligence officer decides to assemble a team of dangerous, incarcerated supervillains for a top-secret mission. Now armed with government weapons, Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Killer Croc, and other despicable inmates must learn to work together. Well now, internet guy, there's also Chato Santo, or El Diablo. But yeah, without spoiling too much, I'd add that ironically their first mission is a direct consequence of this team being formed.
Good job, Agent Waller.
This one, guys, I think the big theme is living amends. There's a character in here that clearly has decided to make a living amends. Maybe you have done something horrible to someone or something and caused a lot of pain and suffering in someone's life. You can sit around and beat yourself up about it, feel like a horrible person, tell yourself you're a horrible person. That will lead to addictive behaviors and addiction and stuff because you're trying to hide from your horrible self. Or you can forgive yourself, because what else are you going to do? The alternative is suffer all the time and create more pain, because hurt people hurt people. Hurt people are not very friendly a lot of times. So you can heal yourself, because heal people. All these gimmicky things, but they're true. You're like,
that's true. That is true.
You can say, like Harley Quinn says to this person more or less, own that. Own it. She says something like that. Now, of course, she's kind of nutty, but she was a psychiatrist, so she kind of knows what she's talking about.
I don't know.
Point being, you can say, this thing happened. I'm going to never let it happen again. I'm going to spend, depending on the size of it, if it's a massive thing you did, then you say, I'm dedicating my life to teaching others not to have that happen. I mean, maybe it's possible that the person you did it to is never going to forgive you or is dead.
It happens.
But there's always a way to have a living amends to make yourself better and build a life around that if it's big enough. If it's not, just say, I'm not going to do that again, and I'm going to forgive myself and really make an effort. Say, well, what do I need to do in order not to do it? If it felt like an impulsive thing, we said, God, I didn't have control over myself. Then that's telling me that you probably had your emotions too high. If you have emotions too high, there's a point of no return where it dink, and you'll be impulsive and you'll do something. Your body will take over. Your emotional mind will take over. I mean, at that point, why beat yourself up? You should have, long before that happened, taken care of yourself, maintained yourself, make sure you eat healthy, make sure you're working out, make sure you have good friends, make sure you have a good support group, make sure if you need to go to therapy, make sure you're on medications if you need them. All those things. Those should all be established things. Those are things you can work on. You're not going to really, there's some gimmicks for stopping when you're about to be impulsive and do something impulsive. But really, I mean, honestly, you kind of should have done something earlier, or take note of it and make a change. But yes, that's what I kind of learned from this one. The importance of having a living amends. And that, as always, that's my take on it, guys. But with all advice that I give, you can take what you want and leave the rest. I'm no expert. Overall opinion of this movie, maybe I'm in a good mood, guys. But honestly, I could not think of anything bad, or complain about. So congratulations, Suicide Squad. You did it. So we're jumping into the good. The good. I like how they introduced the Suicide Squad crew. They have short backgrounds with narration along with examples of what they are doing. So it's kind of cool. They'll have like, Croc was a man that got turned into yada yada yada, and they'll show him being turned into it and then being captured, and then they'd say, well, the Batman captured him. They're all captured by Batman at one point. Which is kind of shout out to Batman too, and I think that's kind of cool as well. So I like how they did that little short, who are they? Because I didn't know these characters until now. They were new to me. I didn't know them. I saw this in the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie as well. I think it's a popular thing that they do in this series and the live action ones. When they're going to get it on, when they're going to fight, they're going to play popular music that we know. It's kind of a pump up type of music and stuff. I think it's a theme that I see in the series. We'll see when there's a Suicide Squad 2, whenever that comes out, which I'm sure I'll review. They'll buy the rights to those popular music, I do believe, and play it for us. And I think that's pretty cool too. Great acting, pretty dang cool fighting as well. Will Smith does a great job at playing Deadshot, a man who uses humor to hide his true pain and regret. I also love how they create a bond between them. I found myself liking them. I watched a DC animated version of Suicide Squad, Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, which I have a review on. They kind of just rolled on. I think they assumed, that's the thing with DC animated. Do you want a little side note with the DC animated? They kind of just assume you already know what's going on. They're not going to hold your hand. Where this is Suicide Squad live action, they're very aware there's going to be a whole new audience watching it, so they're really trying to show all the new forming creation story of them all and stuff like that. Where this one was already, it's the Suicide Squad going already, and they're already doing their thing. This one did a really good job at showing bonding moments for the whole team. I found myself liking them, and I liked how they did that. I thought that was really cool. Lastly, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Very well done. That's cool. In summary, look, this movie is really good. I enjoyed it the first time I watched it, and I enjoyed it thoroughly the second time I'm watching it now. In my opinion, it is one of the best DC live action movies to date. I am giving Suicide Squad 2016 a rating of 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10.
Peace, yeah, boy.